Hey y'all, I'm back with another video. Today I'm gonna be doing another Love Island video, even though the reunion was like, I say a week ago. Yeah, it was a week ago, but I was like, I kind of want to still put an unpopular opinion about here, as y'all can see by the title, about I do not think that Leah took the back seat. In fact, I think she took the front seat. She took the front seat because one thing that she said really triggered me, and I think it, not in a bad way, like in a good way, for Andrea, and I think it also triggered other people as well who she was speaking to, like her other castmates, when they were voting to see who was going to be leaving the island, leaving the villa, which they chose Andrea. And this girl was talking about what was she doing? She was talking about unpopular opinions about Love Island, and she was saying stuff about Leah. And one of the things that she was saying about Leah kind of changed my mind of what I thought about Leah taking the back seat, and why my opinion basically changed of her taking the back seat. I honestly think that Leah took the front seat, simply because if you guys go back to the reunion and you see they show the whole fire pit scene. And the fire pit scene includes Leah saying Andrea was talking, and she was talking about coming here for brand deals, for sponsorships. And when I heard that, I was like, now I know why Leah got now I know why Andrea got kicked out of the villa. Simply, oh my god, there's a fly. Simply because of the fact that Leah was pointing out that Andrea was not really here for the right reasons. Andrea was never really here for the right reasons. Let's just keep it a buck. I mean, yes, she did spend a close connection with Rob, but she also wasn't really being open when it came to exploring other options. And so I think that's where they were just okay, you're gonna be kicked out. And honestly, I don't know, that's what changed my mind with the whole Andrea situation. I thought that Leah was just no, Andrea should just simply go home, and that's what Liv was making it to seem like. But when you watch the fire pit scene, Leah says Andrea was saying that she was here for the brand deals, for the sponsorships, for the opportunities, which yes, it's good, but you have to keep it a buck and not say that when you go on televisions, and not really tell people, be open about that, why you're here for the show. Because yes, Love Island is not really a serious dating show, but at the end of the day, if you're here for clout, you shouldn't really openly be saying, oh, I'm here for the brand deals, for the sponsorships, for my Instagram following, because then it just gives people a reason to call you out on yourself, or even just to tell you about yourself, about why you're not here for actually finding love, and that could look really bad on your part. But yeah, I just wanted to come on, I don't know, I think that Leah took the front seat, and I think her saying that kind of triggered people, oh, really? She's here for the brand deals, the sponsorships, and that's why they're yeah, Andrea has to go. She's not really here for love. And Nicole, I mean, yeah, Kendall did do what he do, and Nicole and Kendall weren't a serious, they weren't in a serious relationship. But at the end of the day, we have to look at it and notice how Andrea and Rob, they were only in the villa for 4 days, and Andrea and Rob weren't even serious to begin with, because even when Rob was thinking about going home with Andrea, Rob decided to stay last minute by Aaron begging Rob to stay in the villa last minute, being to Rob oh, can you please stay? And then all the girls were just oh, so you're not even gonna go with Andrea back home to support her and still explore the relationship with her. So basically Rob didn't even go home with Andrea. That's how I know the relationship was not serious, and maybe Andrea and Rob were really not here for the right reasons, and maybe Rob was just trying to just float on the show. That's how I have to put it. I think Rob was maybe just trying to float on the show or whatnot. If you think about it, he was trying to just stay on the show for as long as possible. And so that's why I'm just Leah took a front seat, because after she said that Andrea was here for the brand deals and the sponsorships, I think everybody knew that Andrea was not here for the right reasons, and that's where they were okay, all right, we gotta kick her out the villa. We basically have to kick her out the villa and send her to go home. And that's why Serena was yeah, Andrea, you gotta go home, because everyone clocked it. Everyone is gonna clock if you're on a love show and you're not really being serious. Everyone's gonna clock what you're doing. Everyone could tell if you're faking or not, even in other dating dating shows, like they could tell if you're faking or not, because people will be too obvious about why they're on the show for clout and stuff like that, and for fame and all that stuff. So I'm just like, don't make it too obvious too. Like that was probably a lesson that Andrea should have learned. Like, do not make it too obvious when it comes to like these dating shows, and like, oh, like you're here on the show for clout and stuff like that. I mean, here on the show for like brand deals and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that when Leah said that whole line, I think it triggered everyone into thinking like, oh, Andrea is not really here for love. Andrea is here for opportunities, which good for her, but also just like everybody's gonna know like what you're doing. So I think Leah took a front seat in this whole reunion. But that's all I had to say. I just want to make a short video of like just a little bit like of a small unpopular opinion that I had in my head about the whole fire pit scene and like the whole like Andrea going home situation. And like comment down below what you guys think about, like, do you think do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you think that Leah still took a back seat? Do you think maybe Liv took a back seat? Like, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in my next video. Toodles.